Hi and welcome to Nerd Gamers. The game today we're going to be playing is Dungeons of Dredmor. You have to name the expansion pack, Expansion Pack. Okay, we're going to carry on where we left off, and we're playing Ryan Cavendale the Adventurer. Now we just kind of got done beating up a heck of a lot of bad guys. So we just done, it was a monster zoo. So what we're going to do is we're going to get back into the game and find out how things are going and just remind myself very, very, very briefly of how things were. Okay, so what are we doing? We were about to go through a door. We're looking... Ooh, don't like the health at the moment. Have we got something to do anything about the health? Now, what I was told is these steaks, we can grill them on a grill and it will actually improve them. They'll become grilled steaks instead. Now, I don't think we got one nearby. Something smells like burning. Hickory. Interesting. What we're going to do is just going to go through. We're going to be a bit careful. Just keep watching our health. Interesting. That looked like a naturey orb, but gem. No, just lots of different ways to go down there. So we need to keep an eye out for... Oh, now... What we got? Seismic uppercut, basalt skin. Now, what powers do we have at the moment? So, we got plenty of powers. We just increased basalt skin, seismic uppercut, quake. Interesting. So, basalt skin, petrification. Yeah, petrification is looking quite good. Seismic uppercut. So what are we gonna work towards? Because we're getting up a level soon. So I think we're doing okay on mana. I think we should possibly go up in this. Get some more of the Clockwork Knight. We need some more combat ability. Ooh, now there we go. Deal with those octos. We don't like octos. That gives us 7 turns. It's quite a lot of octos, really. Yeah. Just watch our health, because if a load of these guys decide to go at it all at the same time, so you're losing 4 health a time. And that is not good. Now, there we go. We'll slap him with that. It'll just delay him for a little while. We've got no more arrows and stuff like that. We'll use pastry. Doesn't hurt. Keep our magic up.
Eat food to regain health.
Yes, I know we're a little low on health. And that is not good. So we're going to eat some food. And this is why I really don't like them. That was quite a punch they all packed when they're all together. Well, we've got nothing that we can really throw or do. We just kind of have to sit back and... Oh, I can't believe it missed. Right, we're just going to stand off to the side and just... get our reusable powers back. Bit lame, but we want to survive this, not die. And this produces a much, much safer option. Plus also, if they keep doing this, they might even kill themselves, just constantly walking over that trap, but... Yeah, not getting much luck, just slowly chipping away. So this is why we could also do with another ranged power, because we're going to need to start doing some of this more often. Just make a big, big difference. So once our health gets up, we'll actually go in and launch an attack on them. There seems to be quite a few of them knocking around. Seems every time I knock a load of health off, so there must be some which are quite injured. Or do they regenerate? Don't tell me they actually regenerate. Oh my god, I think they regenerate. Oh, that's even worse. Means the only way we can deal with them is to actually go in and hit them. Oh, that's just nasty. Wow, you learn something new every day. These guys regenerate. Makes them even more terrifying. Just watch that, and there we go. We've finally leveled. And we'll get Rocket Power Punch, because that is going to allow us to pull off another move. So we'll get Rocket Power Punch, and we'll put Basalt Skin just here. So we got Puissant Touch. We'll go all the way over to Basalt Skin, and we'll just have a load of extra rocket punches. Right, now we're all kind of set up. We've now got our new power. Oh, and of course, we find a lot of diggles, don't we? First thing to do is go up. Use the power. And then we'll just try and cut them down. This is where some additional ranged powers would be quite nice. But quite frankly, just slapping them with a bit of magic I think was just going to do for a while. Just watch our magic as well. And then we're going to drop back and take advantage of this area here. And hey presto, that's them just basically dealt with. We get a load more Diggle eggs. Really, you can never have too many Diggle eggs. But what we really need is we're still looking for a cheese grater. If we can get over a cheese grater, that'd be awesome, but nothing yet. So there we go, we whack off that to stun the creature, and then we can follow up by a flame burst, and then, even further, you fire off the rocket punch, which stuns them, and also knocks them back as well. So if you want to build up extra time for yourself, there's a lot of different ways of doing it. And there we go, it's splattered all the way over there. So you see this new power is working out rather effective for us, and it's only got a duration of about, what, 24 turns? Well, using our two powers I just managed to kill one of those creatures. So I mean, with two powers I should be able to take out any creature on this level, it seems, pretty much. So it means it saves us having to use ranged attacks now. So I mean, here's a good one, so we can whack him with that. I'm going to miss, aren't I? Helps if you do this, if you don't miss. And of course we're getting plenty of mana back because we got the mana vial and all the other little bits and pieces. Siphon magic, I mean. And we're proving most resistance against pretty much anything, really. So it's only when we get into a lot of trouble that we seem to have any issues whatsoever. And that survived that. I mean, if we followed up with a magic attack, and there you go, look. Complete destruction with hardly lifting a finger. Another statue of a Lutefisk god. Not that we need him. Right, so let's explore this way first. As you can see, we've managed to vital siphon amongst all the other bits, it's proving incredibly effective. I mean, we're going to get rid of the Octo because he's the one who can actually causes the most damage. In a couple of turns we'll be able to slap him with a few powers. Should get off that because it will just cause us unnecessary damage. We get up close and these creatures aren't too bad. Thankfully even their critical hits aren't that much because of the amount of defences that we've got. So that's neatly timed off that corner and we're going to carry on. Just keep an eye on those hit points though, because we are running down a little bit, but it's nothing too serious at the moment. I do have to try and remember to use basalt skin a lot more. It's kind of what we got it there for. Now somewhere around here this is kind of area where you can find stuff like the grill, so we'll keep an eye out. Maybe we'll get lucky. Just find a load of basic items at the moment. Ooh, there we go. Right, let's get rid of some of these items. Just have some of this fruit out of the way. No point carrying around that. Grilled steak, that should get us most of our health back. Is there anything not really important we're carrying around? See, I so really could wish we could have a grill. It would make a big difference. It looks like a load of... Ooh. That is the first trap for a while we've seen that we can't disarm. Looks like it's going to be time for us to increase our trap disabling skill in a moment. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get rid of that. We're going to try... As you can see, those two powers, even on the dingy, managed to produce quite a lot of damage. Didn't manage to kill it outright, but because our magic is still keeping up with Blood Mana and Vital Siphon. So of course our mana shield keeps holding up. And probably, yeah, we are going to need to find a shop soon. So I'll see about heading up in a moment. Do we have any gloves? We do. Pearlescent wand. We might as well have a quick gander here to see if there's anything nearby. Grab those other sewer brews. So we'll just put all of that together just so we don't have to go very far to find it.
Your inventory is full.
And just double check here. No, of course not. It'll just be silly to go try and find one when there's one right here. Ah, no, that's better. That's probably going to deal with our trap issue. Because that's one extra point in the trap removal skill. So, of course, we don't need to get the trap skill. Now, where are we? We are nowhere near. So, can we get ourselves near to the steps up? There we go. And from the steps up, we can just hop around the corner. We can go to our usual place and deal with it here. Okay, so we can dump down a load of stuff. We don't need to be carrying all these cheeses. Not all of the cheeses. So we're going to drop some of these because we still desperately need... now, just remember to be careful, because if we hit him, we'll be in a world of hurt. He'll be fine. But Brax can... Actually, we might be able to take on Brax now, but I'm still not 100% happy with doing that. Let's just check our helm. No, that's not as good. 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 Nowhere near as good. Now, That's it. We're playing around with this at the moment. So that's what? 2 resistance, 3 resistance, defenses, magic, 8 magic, more magic regeneration. So the same magic regeneration. We get less magic power, but we get health regen. But that does protect us against ethereal. Okay, so I'm going to stick with these at the moment. I don't think we need this then. So we don't need all our crafting material. We're going to split up some of these disposable presses, because we don't need to have all of those on to hand. And then drop down the alchemical goop. We don't need aqua fortis. Don't need potion of replenishment. We're going to keep potion of lively regeneration. Never hurts. We don't need all of these single traps. Potion of purity we're going to not hold. And then I think if we just move up that food, we got some food up there. Okay, I think that's going to be fairly good to go. So we've got some traps. What we do need to do is just craft that and get that out of the way. So I mean, we've got a whole bunch of crafting stuff ready and waiting for us. It was one of those weird graphical glitches where it shows up as being alive and then suddenly stops being alive. Okay. Ooh, there's going to be a few creatures around here. Fortunately, another octo. We hate octos. Just keep an eye on all our health. Stun will allow us to get a little bit closer without actually suffering another attack, and there we go. So things are actually fairly straightforward at the moment. We're just kind of bumbling along. We've got no real concerns. We're seeing some of the new content, but it's not hitting us 100 miles an hour at the moment. We really could do with the teleportation. Now, one of the teleportation skills is the giant stomp. If we could get hold of that, then we can actually teleport a very short distance. I mean, some of these inaccessible areas will no longer be inaccessible to us. Well, that's quite nice, but we have to get hold of the clockwork. Ooh, we can make a couple of grilled cheeses with those. Always handy. Yes, we're a rebel. Breaking into Dredmor's dungeon, and oh yeah, that was probably only close, because that again was another 45%. So I think, yes, we are going to need to see about getting these traps now. I think we've got very little choice about that, because there are some nasty traps that you can find. I think it's like a not thermite, something like that, but what the power actually does, it can, if it gets onto your items, it actually starts reducing their stats, and that's nasty. Your once very good item is actually not as good as you thought it once was. Oh, I hadn't actually killed that creature. So actually we're picking up levels, fairly decent pace. Couple of level, and we just run out of lockpicks, so we're going to have to get the doors open the old-fashioned way and actually bash them open. Again, all the while we're just keeping an eye on our health. Unfortunately, we're kind of at that stage now. It's kind of mid-game. Well, I say mid-game, we're only on level 3. There's nothing really posing much of a threat. We just kind of need to not be silly really at the moment. So just keep an eye on everything, see what we got now. Various items, creatures. Is there a way in though? Looks like a sort of a prison area. Now, just need to get this ranged creature out of the way. Slap him with that so then we can get up close to him. Yeah, they are nasty. Was it 9 slashing damage? Jeez, and we got 2 slashing damage resistance. That's worse than Octo. At least Octos are worse at range, but that is nasty. We're going to have to remember that. That took a hell of a chunk out of our health. I was keeping an eye on it, but yeah, 9 slashing damage. We'll have to remember pumpkins, very, very dangerous to us still. Probably best not to keep sitting around inside that stuff. And one of the problems with also, when you keep getting hit with darkened vision, if you get a load of those, it can actually quite severely make it a lot harder for you. Because you get some of these sort of like tiki mask creatures where they can just keep slapping it with you over and over again, and they just don't ever give up. Wow, I can't believe I missed that. But yeah, your vision gets down to such a low point that you don't see anything. Right, we're gonna be careful with this thing. We're going to find our softballs, which we picked up. There we go, 14 of them. Double check, we get some range damage bonuses out of this. Not a whole lot, but it's enough to just slowly whittle away. Better he die than us. They are pretty useless items as well at the best of times, so kind of makes sense to use them up. Well, we're getting close to the end of this level. So soon we're going to be able to have a go at the quests and see what we can do there, and see what other items we can pick up and see if they're any good. He's doing 3 damage a time. No, actually, he was probably doing less, and we're getting slowly eaten alive by the stuff underneath us. And as you can see, even with all these resistances, we can't just blithely go along and just do whatever we want. Again, I still have to make more use of the basalt skin. And it's what it's there for. It's what it's designed for. So I need to remember to do something like that and then hit out all the powers. It's not so bad when there's only one creature around, but when there's multiple creatures and I've got ways of defending myself, it's actually just a waste of power. And there we go, we're very close. Little nice gas lamp in there. Helm of Threepwood. I think I said that before, yeah, part of Guidebrush Threepwood. I'll just shove that power up. And it doesn't last long. But quite often, yeah, it's better than having absolutely nothing. And there we go, we level up out of problem. So what we need to do is, as I said, yes, get this because we get additional trap skill. Because we're having problems with traps again. And it's really best if we don't let ourselves die. Not much around here. Yep. I think one of these increases your power and the other one kind of does it the same but slightly differently. Okay, it looks like we've just got this one last area to go through. And it's a shop. Handy. And there's something on the other side which we can't get to. Yay. More shop. Now, that looks like double resistances. Blast resistance, which we got. Acid resistance, which we don't. Interesting. That would give us acid resistance and more existential resistance, and we lose a volcanic for it. I think that's actually worth it, because that is a fair bit of resistance which we can put up. That gives us quite a good resistance set now. Okay, so we keep those arrows. We don't need that. We don't need this. Don't need basic gloves. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need this. Alchemical goop. Well, we're going to start up a new line here. We're going to keep hold of all of these for the moment. Loot fisk. We don't need that food. And now what we can do, though, is we can make grilled cheese sandwiches. Very useful. We're going to keep that cheese around. We're not going to need these drinks. As we're dumping stuff, we can get rid of those. We can get rid of the gems. Useful crafting materials. Crafting items we can dump on the floor, because until we're ready to start building, they're no good. Get rid of traps we don't need. We got a couple of those. Items. Now, I don't want to get rid of that at the moment. No point carrying this around. Got all the grilled steaks. We got some food on us. We've just got one excess item here. So actually, tinkering. What have we got skill for at the moment? Because we haven't had a look at this for a while. We can, of course, make lots of new basic items. Lots of traps. Blue steel sword. We've got a fairly good sword at the moment. Now, steel leather crossbow. Yeah, we can get to some quite nice crossbows. But, of course, we need to have the right items in order to make them. Are there any more advanced stuff that we can make? No, not really. I mean, there's still the possibility, I think, creating some like a volcanic amulet, but that's about it. Okay, we need to now navigate our way around. Oh, that was actually pretty useless. Yeah, we just need to navigate our way around and start doing some of these quests. Just get those out of the way. And we're killing most creatures now on this level in a couple of hits. Except to say that, and of course, we're now not, because we lost that little one volcanic damage. But not to worry, our resistances are up now. It's not by a lot, and that's why we didn't get rid of that item. Okay, so we've got to get all the way over there. We're going to find ourselves a teleporter, and we'll use that. Help us get around this place a lot quicker. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it does look like that volcanic damage. It wasn't a lot, but kind of did make a difference. Now that's only 7 damage. Oh, but that does add 2 standard resistance. It's quite nice, actually. Now we just got to go kill those creatures. Load of sanguine blobbies shouldn't be too difficult, really. Just need to watch that acid damage. But they're the ones who are mostly going to be feeling it. And just double check. Yeah, they're doing acidic damage, which we do now have a little bit more resistance against. There you go. So every little helps. You know, we've got a couple more of these blobbies to deal with. Not much. Just watch the ground just in case any additional damage comes out. Ah, and there we go. We've got a boss creature now to deal with. So we'll kind of watch him. Oh, of course, yes. You now turn up. Fortunately, our stun power turned up just at the right time. Now we need to just watch where we are. We're going to go... I don't know which way. Left, I think, is clear. So we're going to go down here and start heading left. We also need to try and deal with this creature while we've got a chance. The boss creature is a little distracted. Might as well use up these softballs and just cause whatever little amounts of damage we can. And we'll use the time to get a little bit of distance, and then we'll stun him. I'll use this, and then we're getting close to killing him, so we're going to have a whack. Well, that was only 3 damage. Existential damage and slashing resistance versus 2 volcanic resistance. We're going to drop that. We're going to go with this. It does increase our existential damage. It's a not a bad item, but we'll just keep that electrical resistance close to hand in case we need it. And now we need to find a way down, because that's it. We've done what we need to around here. No more quests, nothing. So we'll just hop through here and we'll head over to somewhere. Oh, of course, this is the point where the volcanic resistant attack would actually be quite handy. And there we go. We're now ready to descend into level 4, where things get a little bit tougher and a little bit meaner. An existential raven. Now this is quite good because we're getting some existential resistance. Hopefully this means that we'll stand a bit better chance against it. Yes, it philosophizes at us, causes 2 existential damage. I think his attack just completely and utterly failed against us, which if it is, that's a good sign. And the Wraith does. I don't think it did anything. This could be another level of very little damage. Now that's a thermo blobby. What's our confliguratory damage resistance is 2. So we don't really want this to actually even get a chance to get started. Whilst we can resist quite a bit of its damage, it's not perfect. Interesting. Handheld weapons and Napper Zap. Not seen these before. There's javelins, not seen those before. And this is a new layout. I don't like the look of that. No, that didn't seem to do anything. Right, weird. That's just a long corridor. These are definitely some of the new terrain features showing up. Nope, nothing much going on there. But we are getting the thermo blobbies all over the place. I'm not going to like this. They can cause some damage, but it's not brilliant. We still shouldn't relax us around them. Grated cheese, but we don't... No, not zoo. Ugh. Well, at least we've got an escape. We can go from there, across over to there. They can't really do anything except the flying ones. Okay, right. So, zoo time. What have we got? Very useful against undead and demonic. What are these? Constructs, demons, animal, vegetable. So that's going to be pretty useless. Other ones, transmogrification, wand of Tesla, zodiacal wands. We've got nothing really, because we used most of it up on the last zoo. So what we're going to do is we are going to basically do an organised retreat here, because I don't think there's much else that we can actually do. But what we can do is we can stall for time a bit. Just try and give us as much time and freedom before we get surrounded. Because yes, basically we can't stick around there. They're just going to keep hammering at us. So about literally all we can do, we need to try and kill off him, because he's actually got quite a nasty ranged attack against us. Yeah, this is literally, we just got to take this nice and slowly. Slowly pull out a few of them, and then we just hit them and slowly wear them down. Right, now you're a demon, so what we can do is we can slap you with that wand. And just wear him down. We've got some of our ranged powers, so we need to start using these whilst we've got the opportunity. Fortunately, we got no area effect powers, or else this would be a brilliant time to use them. Does no damage, does no damage. They're all constructs basically, so right, they're all pretty much resistant. And this is basically all we can really do. Just slowly damage them. Slap out a magic spell for a few rounds and then just slowly let it wear them down. Got no problems on health. We've got our powers back, so we'll slap these out again for a moment. And then wait for the next one to turn up, and then we just a couple of rounds of fires and I'm sorry, this is just going to be quite a boring zoo. And you know, worst off, there's 87 monsters in this zoo. Yeah, this is like one of the biggest zoos that we've come across in about one of the worst situations. Well, I don't know, it's, in that sense, it's not bad, it's not terrible, but it's just going to be boring. I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop the recording here, and we'll come back when something interesting happens, because you just don't need to sit and watch all of this. Okay, be back shortly. Right, just going to bring you back just for a moment, because we killed so many creatures, we just leveled up, so I just wanted to let you see what I'm going to get. Now, I'm not going to get rocket jump. That's not very good because it half kills you, and it does allow you to teleport, but we need something better than that at the moment. We're going to go with a barometric pulse device, or barometer. It's like barometer, but I can't pronounce it. We're going to go with that because it gives us reusable power at the moment. I mean, I've been doing this now for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and we've got through about 35 monsters. So we've still got a while to go. Okay, I'm going to carry back on and see you again in a moment. Right, I'm just recording at this point because we made an ever so slight boo-boo. The rocket-powered punch hit that lever. That means that lever's over on that side. This whole area might be inaccessible. So there's not much we can actually do about that other than see if we can find another way around into the zoo. So that's what we're going to do. So we might as well carry on and carry on from where we left off. Ugh. Don't like those. Those are nasty creatures. But thankfully, this new power that we got is actually rather darn effective. Now, we just got to be careful because I don't want to force ourselves to go out of this place. Also, just got to watch our health as well, because these creatures are causing significantly more damage against us. Thermo blobbies are very tough. I've lost a few characters against them. Really do need to see about getting some health up as well. So we're going to have that grilled cheese sandwich. I'm just going to keep this character just going back and forth, and we'll just deal with him in our own time. Now, we do have a couple of those eel creatures coming up. Yeah, those hit very hard. And it's the prolonged damage that really kind of does it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves... no, we've got to deal with this... the thermo blobby. As you can see, it's a lot of damage has just gone out there, and I just managed it, and that's even after having all that food. Still recovering. So I'm going to have to go back onto the cheeses, which I wanted to avoid because I wanted to try and save them. I'm going to have to start slapping out some of these. I think I've knocked them into the ground. That's an amusing thing about that power. Now just watch this. He's causing little damage, but he's taking a good chunk out of our mana. Now, fortunately, now we need to hit this pumpkin, because last time it kind of shown that they were quite dangerous. Well, that didn't cause any damage. Just a little bit of damage is better than no damage. Now I'm actually more worried about that thing. No, we're going to be a little retreat there. Just don't like being too close. Right, actually we're going to get rid of the statue, because then we get the heroic vandalism. And we'll just keep slapping out some of these, just whittling away at the health of our enemies. Now, I'm not going to spend many turns on this, just very carefully, because we're kind of surrounded here against lots of ranged creatures. They all decide to attack us on the same turn. It could be very nasty. So we've got to be careful here. Even if you are at full health, they can prove quite deadly. Just grab some food while we can, just so Don't have to worry. We're going to see if we can finish this one off by hand. Oh no. Done it. Done it, done it, done it. Lively regeneration. Potion of replenishment. That was a mistake. I was not meant to walk across that corner like that. That very, 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 very nearly killed us. Close. And we're rapidly running out of last chances. We've got to find a good supply of items before we can really risk this again. And the problem is because we've had to deal with just so many zoos, and we've just been having to use up so many items, just trying to keep up. Right, that's got that creature down. And it's okay when you got plenty of food, but just when you get that hit for something, just a lot of damage very quickly, you need that instant health. Now, we've got nowhere we can turn to, but we can teleport. Right, we need to try and drive these creatures off, because this is not good. Got to try and open up some room here. Because we're in a pretty tricky situation. That is not a good suitable location for us. That's good, but we don't want to be here quite yet. But, okay, so, we got a turn or two. What we'll do is we'll dump down one of these and get out. I think it's going to be a case of flitting backwards and forwards around these when we got some of our powers back. So we'll do this, armor ourselves up, go through here, and then we're going to slap out some death. Find which ones are quite damaged, or should be easy to damage. Kind of go from there and watch very carefully our hit points. No, we can't have him there. He's got to get off that. Because that is our exit. I think, yeah, we got to go. Right. And we'll just go through and we'll wait a few turns, get our health back up, and we'll try this again. So we've got the thermo blobby there this time. No. Want to get those off there. We've had a few troubles with knocking our exit out the way. Now we need to be careful of the pumpkin. Doesn't seem too bad. He's not caused anything that really caused any damage. Let's bash it open. No, we smashed it. Well, considering everything, I thought it might find something useful down there. Probably open up something. You pull a lever. Just cause that fountain to go. Drink from the fountain. What do we get? Anti-magic field. Okay. Again, nothing too big. I think we're just going to keep going for a while. Just do some normal combat stuff. A swarmy. This monster is on fire. I think it's letting us know it had fire damage. Okay, another one of those creatures. Don't like them. So we're just going to wait a few turns, get our powers back. Then we're going to activate this, and then we're just going to slowly hit it with all the powers at our disposal. There we go. That's dead. Ah, right, we got a teleporter. We're right by the exit, so... What we got there? Muscle Spirit. It's probably the next one we need to deal with. No, we're getting attacked too many times there, so we'll just get out. Gonna get attacked too many times here, we'll get out. We're gonna get attacked too many times here, so we'll get out. And we're gonna get attacked too many times here, so we'll get out. And we'll get back to some safety. This is going to be very, very tricky. So, what we're going to do is we're going to think about what we're going to do. We're going to rest here and just heal ourselves up a bit. Okay, we'll come back to this later. We've still got the zoo to finish, so we've got a route down up there hopefully now. We've still got the rest of this level to do. I mean, we're progressing through our level really quickly through killing all the monsters. And what we might see about doing is we really could do with another power of some sort, so maybe petrification. So that's another power because that's something we can do from ranged, or we could do the Warlock's Challenge. That might be the more useful for us at the moment because we can pull some of the monsters to us and take them on our own time. Okay. Well, so that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed, and hopefully I won't mess up and almost risk completing the zoo next time. Okay. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time.